I'm Debbie Calhoun from Southeastern Cellular. Let me tell you about the perfect match. Singular's new push-to-talk feature and our new extended coverage area. That's right, now there's no need to carry two phones, one for push-to-talk and one to work in rural areas. Southeastern Cellular now has both in one unit. Come to any of our Southeastern Cellular locations for details.
Hey everybody, it's Barry Miller. Welcome to this week's episode of Big Boys Toys. We're in Baileyton, Alabama. The Baileyton Fire Department has a car show end of August each and every year right here. It's at the City Park. A lot of good shade, so if you, well, I'm not in the shade, but a lot of these cars are in the shade. So if you missed it, you missed something great. They have a lot of vendors here, bikes, cars, you name it, it's here. I got 8 to show you this week. I got 8 to show you next week. You don't want to go anywhere because we got some gorgeous cars. And these cars are from up here in Blount County, up here in North Alabama. You hadn't seen them before back in the Anniston, Oxford area. Sit back and relax. We'll be right back with Big Boys Toys.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again for Big Boys Toys. Tonight, your host Barry Miller will bring you the sleekest, trimmest automobiles from around the area that have been beautifully restored. If you love streamlined, full-force race cams, then this show is for you. So sit back, but don't get too relaxed. This is Big Boys Toys.
Looking for great savings on new and pre-owned cars and trucks? Then head on over to Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC. Our courteous and knowledgeable sales team is ready to show you our huge selection of cars and trucks at out-the-door prices. Don't settle for our competition's offer. At Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC, we're committed to sales, service, and customer satisfaction. So head on over to Ron Newton's. We'll treat you right. That's Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC, top of the hill, Quintard.
First vehicle, Bambi Road, 69 Camaro. You know, these ladies up here in Baileyton, they're weird. They don't want to come up here and sit down like normal people. They want to make a grand appearance. Bambi, come on down here. Well, how was it up there? Was it a tough flight down? Let me ask you, welcome to Big Boys Toys. Do y'all have to get, when y'all do that, do y'all have to get permission from the FAA or anything when y'all fly around like that?
Nah.
You fast in that Camaro, ain't you?
Pretty much.
Tell me a little bit about your car, Bambi.
Well, it's a 69 Camaro. It's got a 350 4-bolt main in it. You know, it's automatic, 350 turbo transmission.
What made you pick the Camaro? Why did you want a 69 Camaro?
It was different. My dad had a Chevelle, my brother had a Chevelle, so I wanted a Camaro.
And 69s, 69 Camaros, they're a sought-after vehicle. Everybody wants the 69 Camaro. Did your dad and them help you with it, or you?
Yeah, it was me and my dad. We restored it. We're trying to keep it as original as possible. We've had it for about 2 years, so we've done the whole interior on it. The guy had already painted it for us when he had it, so. Now,
the 354-volt main, have they took you to school on motors yet? But normally that means it's 350 horsepower. Because if it's a 4-volt main, normally it's a 353. The guy with the glasses, is that your brother?
No.
Boyfriend?
Yeah.
You let him drive in any?
No.
That was quick. No. Do you ever take him dating in this? You want him ride him around in it?
Nope. It's my car.
I mean, can he ride with you?
Yeah, he can ride with me, but he's not driving it, period.
Whoa, she put her foot down real quick, didn't she? So in other words, what's his is yours, and what's yours is
mine. Exactly.
Can't beat that with a stick. Okay, so the paint job was already on it. Y'all didn't have to paint it?
Nope.
What's some of the car shows and cruise-ins you go to? Just around this area? Or?
We go to Dodge City and...
Now, Dodge City's where at from here? I'm from Oxford. See, I don't know.
From Oxford.
I'm from Oxford. That's way on the way.
That's like going down towards, you know where Sneed's at?
I know where Sneed's at.
It's like going down towards that way. Or you can go hit the interstate and take you right down to it.
It's just like when Jack sent me an email. I told him, I said, Jack, I come up last year, but, help me out exactly how to get there. And he typed it and turned left here, turn right here. And then he said, then the great metropolis of Baileyton, Alabama. And I went, oh, yeah.
You can never trust Jack.
And I'm going to jump on Jack when he leaves, when I get done here. I ain't told him yet. I've been busy setting up, but my wife's my witness sitting right there. He typed me an email how to get here. And when I got to, he said on 278, when I get to 231, turn left. I told my wife, I said, wait a minute, if I turn left, I'm going to Sneed. I'm going to Aniana. Yeah. I got to turn right. But I got the email right there in my car to prove it that he said turn left. So I told her, I said, Jack must have typed this too late at night or too early in the morning. We don't go left, we go right. And she says, well, it says left. I said, watch me, I'm gonna turn right. And we're here. Anything else y'all gotta do to the car?
Just a couple of little things, I want to put more chrome underneath the hood and everything. That's
Really, to keep it original, you're just gonna have to do under the hood. You can't put anything on the
I
outside.
know, yeah.
The rally wheels, you got 8-inch rally wheels on it. That's great. And you know, if you want to, I see a lot of cars like that. They look original from the outside, but when you open the hood, and when if you're not taking this car to be judged, or, at the big car shows, if they go to judge it, they judge for originality. They'd mark off for the chrome and all. But if you just want the car for yourself to drive, to show at car shows, put all the chrome you can on it.
Yeah, it's basically what it's for. I don't take it to school or anything like that.
What school you go to?
Fairview.
And that's right around here.
Mm-hmm. About 3 minutes away.
That's another town, or is it just a school?
It's another town.
Oh, it's another town. Boy, they got the closest towns around here I've ever seen in my life. You go out of one town, you're in another town. That's pretty good. You let Jason wash it?
Yeah, he does the cleaning.
Would you let him put gas in it?
If I'm driving.
That can't be. At least you straight to the point. Jason, where you at, Jason? Hey, when I get done here, these 8 cars, Jason, me and you need to talk. I mean, I got. Me and you need to talk. I need to show you how to change a little of this around.
Easy now.
Easy. Tell you what, it's a good-looking vehicle. Appreciate you being on the
you.
show. We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toyz. I got a 55 Chevrolet coming up next you don't want to miss, because that thing's gorgeous. We'll be right back. When you have an accident and your car breaks down the road, you have so much on your mind, you don't know where to turn. I've got your answer. Skinner's Body Shop and Record Service here in Oxford, Alabama has 24-hour towing 7 days a week. They'll be there when you need them. Also, remember, when you do have that unexpected accident, you can choose the body shop of your choice to repair your vehicle. And the Skinner name has been known for professionalism and attention to detail for service for their customers for over 45 years. So stop by or call Skinner's Body Shop today. Tell them Barry Miller sent you by. A lot of people, when you say molded carpet, they don't know what you're talking about. Auto Custom Carpet right here on Noble Street, downtown Anniston. Ken Hell and his staff, they have molded carpet for your vehicle. Molded carpet means it fits right in your vehicle. Pre-cut, all you have to do is pick out the color, tell them to make the car, go in there on Monday, order that carpet. Guess what? Towards the end of the week, they'll be calling you to pick it up. Go home, it will lay right in that car. Any type car made, they have it right there at Auto Custom Carpet. Go by today or call and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. In the state of Alabama, one thing that better be working perfect is that air conditioning. For all of your central heating and air conditioning needs, contact Wayne Mizell at Mizell Heating and Air Conditioning here in Oxford. They are state certified, bonded, and insured. Wayne and his staff do service, installation, new construction, and that yearly inspection. Every time you get a yearly inspection on that air conditioning unit, they check the Freon and check everything out, and it saves on that power bill. So give them a call today at 835-0509. Tell them Barry Miller told you to call. Next vehicle, Gerald Ellenberg, a 1955 Chevrolet. Gerald, welcome to Big Boyz Toyz. I tell people all the time, I love the two-tones, but that black is just gorgeous. Tell me about this car.
It's hard to keep clean. It's a 55 Bel Air two-door sedan. Took 4 years in restoration. Had a 350 crate engine, a $700 transmission, an I-did-it column. The upholstery is by M&M out of Holly Pond. And have Budnick wheels.
When you find a 55, you better hold on to it, because now you see a lot of people fixing up the 4-door 55s because they can't find the 2-doors anymore.
Right.
The days of driving up the old country roads and seeing a 55 under a shed is over.
The guy that I found this one, and the guy had owned it about 30 years, and they had the engine out of it, and they were going to restore it. And they got the engine back together, the engine knocked, he got discouraged, and I'd been about to talk to him about it, so he called me and asked me did I want the car. I said, I sure do.
You find an old 2-door 55 Chevrolet with no paint on it, rusted out, that the windows knocked out of it, and no taillights, it's still going to cost you $1,500 to $2,000 to buy the car, no matter what.
Oh, yeah, at least.
Now, where's some of the places you go? Because, I've seen a few black 55s, but I hadn't seen this one.
Okay, this car, it's a road car. We built it to travel in. We've been to Tunica, Mississippi, to Samstown, Cherokee, North Carolina shows, Delphi shows. We go to show almost every weekend.
Every weekend you're somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
I was at Delphi show last year in August, and I was hot as I've ever been in my life.
It's warm.
It was 102 degrees, and we had big fans blowing, and I told everybody I thought I was going to die. They was pouring water on my head and everything. And I was doing 2 shows, and I actually thought I was going to die. I was so hot.
It's really hot.
How about cruising the coast? You ever go out down?
We've been to cruising the coast.
I talked to Becky, who's in charge of cruising the coast. You know, when I went down last October, I did a car show at Talladega for the victims of Katrina. And I had Jeff Cook from the group Alabama. He's a good friend of mine. He came down to Talladega with me, him and his wife Lisa, and we did a show. And we left out that Sunday morning with 4 car haulers, plumb full of goods, and about $4,000 cashed at the car people. We had 287 cars, and we put that car show together in 3 weeks. I talked to Becky yesterday. It's over 4,000 cars that's committed that's going to be there. It's registered, it's going to be in Biloxi. And if you're watching the show and you can't find a place to stay in Biloxi, Mississippi, either call Cruising the Coast office or call me, because I got a list of 71 motels, hotels, and casinos in Biloxi, Gulfport, Ocean Springs that you can get a room.
Right.
Because it's rooms everywhere now.
It's a nice show, really great show.
What else you got to do with that car, Gerald? Besides driving.
That's about it. It's pretty much finished.
Now, where you live at?
I live at Danville, Alabama, which is about 12 miles west of Hartselle.
Now, what's my buddy's name up in Hartselle? We got the audio place that puts in all the audio systems.
Doug Moss.
Yeah, I went up and filmed at Doug's place when Doug's got some cars.
Yeah, Doug's he's got a garage full of
and the man loves red.
Oh, he does.
Everything he's got's red. I mean,
even his personal car, I believe, is red.
I did a car show up at his place one time, and I did 18 cars. Every single one of them was red. Every single car he had was red, and even the truck he drives is red.
I had a car in that show.
Yeah, okay. I remember you now.
I had a 37 Chevy Coupe. Well, I still got it.
And what color was it?
It's red.
Red? he got old saying, it's like the old man, if it ain't red, it needs paint.
Right.
Tell you what, good looking 55. Appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Keach Optical, right here on Quintard Avenue. They're across from Amco Transmission on Quintard. I tell you what, the staff in their place are second to none. Hearing aids, they have hearing tests in there. They got hearing aids in there. And glasses, he's got any kind of glasses you want. He has the type like I wear, it has no frame on it. He has these with the clip on it for sunglasses, just about anything. They have a doctor on staff that can do your prescription, you know, and they also the hearing test right there, they do it right there in the place and get your hearing aid today. Most turnaround on the glasses, they say turnaround's about 24 hours, maybe 2 days at max, turn around your glasses. He puts a 10 in them. He does anything right there. So go by there and tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by.
Mount Cheahaw Harley-Davidson, right here in Oxford, Alabama, Davis Loop Road. They're your Harley-Davidson dealer for this area. In my opinion, they're a Harley-Davidson dealer all areas. Stop by and see Keith and George today. They have about 40 Harleys on display. Buy a new Harley. They have used Harleys. Clothes, you people like the Harley leather. They got any type of Harley clothing you want. Helmets, you name it, it's right there. All you guys with Harleys want to put that extra chrome on that brand new Harley. They got any type of chrome you could want. Stop by Mount Cheahaw Harley-Davidson today. Come Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. Looking for a classic car? Don't know where to look? I got the answer for you. Austin Hines Motors in Arab, Alabama. Austin has 55, 56, 57 Chevrolets, Camaros, Chevelles, Novas, Corvettes. Any type of classic car you could want, he has it in one location. They have over 100 classic cars in stock. They also have cars that you can rebuild yourself and restore yourself right there at that location. He's also the largest wrecker and rollback dealer for this area. So call Austin today, 256-931-2277. Tell him I told you to call. Next vehicle, Steve Bryan, a 1971 Nova. Steve, welcome to Big Boyz Toyz. I seen you when you pulled in.
Yes, sir.
And I followed you under that tree down there, and I said, I got to have that Nova. Tell me about your car.
Well, it's a one-owner car. I bought from a individual in Tuscumbia, Alabama. It's never been wrecked, no bondo, no rust. Had a little spot on the front passenger side that they fixed, and it's a real straight car. Used to be lime green with a green vinyl top and green inside.
How many of you stand there remember the old lime green 71, 72 Novas? You could see them things coming, couldn't you?
Yeah, I had a 307. Now I got a 350 crate motor in it. Kind of chromed out the engine, did a few things to it. It's not completely original, but...
You know how hard the 71 Novas are to find? 71 and 72. I had a friend of mine back in Anniston, Ricky Turley, was wanting to build one. He looked and I looked for about 9 months, and I know everybody with everything to find a 71 Nova. You can't find them.
Well, that's what I like about it. You see a lot of Chevelles and Camaros, but there's not a lot of nice Novas out there. It's kind of a rare thing. So.
And most people would have done cloned this one. I mean, the body's so straight and all, but they'd have been uncloned it, made SS out of it.
Oh, yeah.
But keeping it original makes it worth more money, because most people that know knows cars is going to know it's a clone.
Well, the color's not from that era, but it is actually a General Motors color of more recent years. So I want to keep it as close to original as possible.
Now, where's some of the places? Now, how long? First of all, how long did it take you to do the work?
Well, I actually had a custom shop did it, L&S Customs in Lynn, Alabama, and you know, I'm more on keeping it clean and keeping it
L&S,
nice.
is that the one back up in the woods up above Nauvoo?
That's correct.
And how long did it take them to do it?
It took them about a year to do it and get it right. You know, they took the frame and, you know, took the body off of it and, you know, did underneath. It took them a good year to do it.
People ask me, and I tell them all the time, it's tough when you take it somewhere like that to get it worked on. You got to wait. You go up there about once a week and check on it, and you get fidgety. And if you're doing the work yourself, you get real fidgety because you'll sit out there at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and you're really backing up because about 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning, you don't care. I mean, you're half asleep. But I've had people say, well, I worked on it and I had done it in 6 weeks. And I said, well, what else did you do? Did you sleep? Because, you know, if you get one done in 6 to 8 weeks, you don't sleep much.
Oh, that's true.
Or you don't have much to do. You don't work, you don't have anything to do.
That's right.
So what do you do? Just cosmetics on it?
Yeah, I keep it clean and enjoy coming to car shows like this and, you know, driving it around the weekend.
Now, what's the furthest you drove it so far since you've...
Well, this is probably one of the furthest points. I live in Decatur, and you know, I try to stay local. I don't like to drive on the highway with it. Obviously, the rock chips. So I try to stay pretty much local in this area.
And you know, some people say, "Well, I haul it for the rock chips." Where you get just as many rocks hauling it, you will drive it.
Yeah.
And you can drive this car down the road, and this country road right here. And if someone's out mowing grass or working in the flowers, they're gonna stop and look at that car.
Right.
But if you got a new Cadillac, they'll never miss a lick digging in them flowers. And car shows like this, I tell people all the time, take your kids. How many kids? Look at all the kids we got standing out here. I've seen a bunch of them a while ago. You know, they go to the car shows and a lot of good-looking cars, a lot of history. Plus, I never meet a stranger. You never meet a stranger.
That's right. No.
Someone's going to come up and ask you about that car. They're going to talk. Well, they used to have one. Their daddy used to have one, or this. And you never meet a stranger at a car show.
That's true. I was just talking to the gentleman that owns the red pickup that's coming up next, and he does all of his own work. And you meet a lot of interesting people here, and probably a guy I'll use in the future when I need some work on this car.
And you meet someone that says, well, I had one of them, and mine had this on it, and it was original. And it might be something that you didn't even know.
Right.
But they knew because they used to own one. So, you know, they can help you out that way, plus they can, you know, you get a lot of insight from people that's got old cars because they work on them all the time.
Exactly.
Tell you what, good looking over. Appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you very much.
That wasn't bad, was it?
No.
We'll be right back. Farmers and Merchants Bank. Farmers and Merchants Bank's got 4 locations to serve you. Piedmont, Anniston, Oxford, and downtown Jacksonville. 90 years of service. I'll tell you what, Farmers and Merchants Bank is the bank. You know, it's not like any other bank around. You can go in and they get your decision today. They make your decision on a loan or whatever you need right in that location. You have a personal banker that takes care of you right here. Don't have to send it to Birmingham, Charlotte, or anywhere. Go by one of the Farmers and Merchants Bank today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. You know, when someone smiles at you during the day, it kind of makes you feel great all over. Dr. Travis Phillips and his friendly staff right here in Oxford, Alabama, says stop by their office and they'll help put that beautiful smile on your face. They have teeth whitening, general dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, dental hygienist, oral surgery, everything right here in Oxford, Alabama. He has full x-rays and partial x-rays that he does right in his office, and you'll find out right then what he needs to do. They got professional staff. They have a saying, go the extra mile for the beautiful smile. Stop by and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. You know, 90% of most homeowners don't know they have a pest or termite problem until they have a very expensive repair bill. Why not let the professional staff at Rice Pest Control inspect your home before it happens? With 50 years of experience in Northeast Alabama and with their free termite inspection for new customers, don't you think it's better be safe than sorry? Call Tracy Rice today or one of his sales staff. Tell him Barry Miller told you to call. Hey, if you mention Big Boyz Toyz, you get 50% off your first initial service. So call him today at 1-800-850-4661. Oxford Tire and Alignment, Hammock Drive right here in Oxford, Alabama. They're your RV front end and tire balancing headquarters for this area. They also have the Top Dog muffler systems, and they carry Uniroyal, BF Goodrich, Michelin, Goodyear, and Dunlop tires. You guys with the street rides and the regular cars want mag wheels? This is your one stop for your mag wheels also. They do brakes from passenger vehicles all the way to a 1-ton dually. Front end on passenger vehicles, they're second to none in the area, and they fast and quick. Give Alan or Tommy a call today at 831-6320. Tell them Barry Miller told you to call. 1930 Ford Model A, David and Kay Orr. Kay, welcome to Big Boyz Toys. David, welcome to Big Boyz Toys. I like that Route 66 with a truck on it. Most time you see Route 66, it's got a Corvette on it, don't it? I like that truck. She said, not this shirt. David, tell me a little bit about your truck, about her truck. Y'all's truck.
We've had it about 12 years, and I worked on it periodically all that time. When other people came by and wanted work, it got on the back burner in the trucks for her, otherwise it would have probably been a divorce by now. But we're just about to get it finished. At least it's drivable.
You like red?
A little.
Looks like it. This is a man drives that yellow thing over there where you can see for 2 miles, you know. Okay, what size motor you have in it, David?
It's a 350 Corvette. It's an 85 Corvette 2-bore engine.
So 12 years, that's just like working on it when you can, and then when somebody comes to do a little work, you work on it, and then
it get put on the back burner.
Then Kay says it's about time to get my truck back over there and do a little work on it. Somebody brings something else up there to work on, you work on it, and then Kay says, well, what do you want for supper?
Fortunate,
You want a hamburger? You want me to cook?
When I got real hungry, I worked on the truck.
I hear Kay now, hey, I'm going to cook some beans and hamburger steak and rolls and all, and you can come if you're working on my truck. You can come to supper.
And that's pretty much the way it was.
And you can tell your clothes are pretty clean and pressed. If you like me now, I can't be cleaning clothes. I do clean clothes and all, but I don't like to. I got an old saying. If you watch the show for the last 5 years, I got an old saying. If your wife ain't happy, you ain't happy.
That's a true statement.
Nobody's happy. Nobody in the whole, really nobody in the county. Because she's going to let everybody know it, that she ain't a happy county.
At least the community.
Do you get to drive it much?
Oh, yeah.
So you get to drive it to the shows?
I drove it to the first show.
So y'all drive it, you don't haul it?
Yeah, if you see it on a trailer, it's stolen.
Yeah.
Or broken down.
Stolen or broken down. I have broke down before and had to get a trailer to come get me out, but mine, I drive it.
Yeah, we do too.
Most of it. Well, and last year, year before last, I went to Biloxi and I hauled my 75 Stingray. And then when we got down there, I just had unloaded it. It was the condo had unloaded it. And my phone rung. It was my director, and my producer, and he says, where you at? And I said, I'm at the condo. He said, you unhooked that trailer yet? And I said, not yet. He said, well, don't. He said, come get me. He had a 67 big block vet, and he tore the rear end out of it. He drove it all the way to Biloxi, been there 15 minutes, and wouldn't even pull in a hole shot and tore the rear end out of it. So I take my truck over there, we load the vet up on it. He lets the vet sit on the trailer in the parking lot of the condo we're staying at for the whole 5 days. He drives my pickup around. I drive the vet around, and my wife says, the reason we hauled this car was I didn't want to ride a vet all the way to Biloxi, but we had to ride home in that vet because we had to get his car home. So him and his wife drove my truck, and here we go in that vet again. She said it feels like in a Corvette, now you got the Corvette engine, you got the speed and all, but when you got the Corvette car, the older model, she said it feels like her butt's dragging the cement all the way to Biloxi.
Same thing here.
Same thing there.
Yeah.
The way it sets and the way it rides.
Yeah, we knew when we bought it, it wasn't going to be comfortable.
Why the 30 model truck? Is there a
This is her idea. She just wanted a small truck.
Well, in the 30s, it's going to be the smallest one, what, 29 and 30?
They're 29 and 30 is about the same
About the
size.
same, so that's going, and that's, if you want a small truck, that's what you're going to have to go to.
Yeah.
Now, did you find the body around here, or?
Yeah, it was originally a rural mail carrier in East Texas truck. And it wound up, a guy bought it out there, and then a guy in Decatur bought it from his brother that bought it out there. And I wound up trading him another vehicle for it.
Now, I wonder why a mailman would drive something like, well, back then, you never know what they'd drive.
I guess he had to have it to get around.
Yeah, I mean, well, he put his mail back there in the back, but he's going to have to get out that truck. It ain't like they are now, they ain't getting out. If they can't reach your mailbox, guess what? Well, I was expecting a letter. Well, go to the post office, pick it up. Yeah. He's going to get out of the truck. Anything else you got to do to it? I know you said you had a few small things.
We got some small things, but basically, if they're ever finished, it's basically about finished.
Now, you did the interior and all yourself?
No, I had that done.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I did everything but the interior.
Did you help build the motor, Kay?
No, I fed him
Oh, she brought you iced tea and something to eat.
every now and then.
Yeah, and
Do you ever
complained
get-
about a little.
What'd she complain
Because I
about?
wasn't finished.
Then she says, I need a little chrome thing right there, and I need this right. How does it run?
Runs good.
Have you got on it yet?
A little.
Have you burnt the tire? Have you spun the tires
A
yet?
little.
And she's just saying a little because she's scared one of them state troopers, Blunt County's watching the show. That's why she said a little. They don't want to be watching. Tell you what, good-looking truck. You got a lot to be proud of.
Thank you.
And he does good work. So he's just about done with this. And so now she says, now get a lot of that other work in here and let's buy gas and go somewhere.
Now I get to do mine.
He's got a 57 Chevy.
Oh, where's it at?
It's at home.
Convertible or hardtop?
Hardtop. It's red too.
Red too. And you can finish it now.
I hope.
You like 57? I love 57
Yeah,
Chevrolet.
I
You
like
gonna
it.
swap with him?
No.
Why not?
I like it. I like the truck.
If I live long enough, maybe I can finish it.
Oh, you're gonna finish it. We'll be right back. Let me tell you about a place right here in North Alabama that was voted one of the #1 romantic locations in the state of Alabama. Covenant Cove Lodge and Marina in Gunnersville, Alabama is that place. From weddings, family reunions, class reunions, bass tournaments, or just that quiet getaway for two, Covenant Cove is your answer. They have the Blue Parrot restaurant and lounge right on property. They have great food, good entertainment each and every night. They will assist you in planning and booking everything for your special event. Call Pam or one of the sales staff today at Covenant Cove and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys told you to call. Triplet Paint and Decorating right here on Wilmer Avenue in Anniston is your home improvement headquarters for this area. They have DeVoe, Benjamin Moore, and Coronado paints that go on good and look great once they're on. They also have all the materials needed to do that special job around the house. Carpets, they carry Shaw and Mohawk. Hardwood floors by Robbins, so everything is in one location. Remember, DeVoe, Benjamin Moore, and Coronado paints are used by professionals all over the United States, and it's one of the best on the market. Stop by today, tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys told you to stop by. You know, a great privilege we have as U.S. citizens that we can vote for a candidate of our choice in a general election regardless of our parties. When we look for a circuit judge, we want someone with integrity, honesty, and knowledge of the law. Brian Howell is that candidate. A graduate of Alexander High School, JSU, and the University of Alabama Law School, Brian has served as citizens in the United States Armed Forces for 13 years and as Assistant District Attorney for 14 years. So Brian is the best candidate for this position. So join me in November and vote for Brian Howell for Circuit Judge. Roger Graves, a 1953 Ford F-100. Roger, welcome to Big Boyz Toys. And Miss Megan, how are you, Miss Megan? What's your last name? Graves. You Graves too? Y'all must be kinfolk. Tell me a little bit about your truck.
Yeah, it's just a 53 Ford pickup with a 302 motor and a C4 transmission.
Y'all heard that, didn't you?
All four.
A 302 Ford motor. Everybody, most time you see these Fords or see the 8 models and all, they put them Chevrolet motors in there. And I always got that saying, built Ford tough with Chevy stuff. I can't say that with you.
That's right.
That's right. It's here.
It's got a Continental seats in it, still Ford.
You put Lincoln Continental seats in it.
Right.
Okay. Now, did you redo the registration yourself, Roger?
No, I bought it and all I've done is the inside of it.
Just did the interior work
Right.
and all. And it was the baby blue color already. Now, somebody put a lot of work in that truck.
That's right. Bought out of Clearwater, Florida.
Now, the 53 Fords, you don't see a lot of them out at the car shows and cruise-ins and all.
No, I'm getting a lot, some of the 55, 56, but not 53.
Right, and then you see a lot of the Fords in the 60s, the pickups in the, in the 60s, but you don't see a lot of this model out there. And it's a black gentleman. I can't think of his name, over in Gaston's got a burgundy one. And I see him at all the shows, and I tell him all the time, I said, I never see a truck like that, but look at here, there's one right there.
Yeah.
So what have you done to it besides the interior since you've had it? Just cosmetic?
Yeah, just that and drive it, car shows.
Now the 302, is it pretty good on gas?
Pretty good
That
on
truck
gas.
the truck's pretty heavy though. It's not
yeah.
Not no El
it's
Camino,
not light.
it's pretty heavy. Now where do y'all live at?
I live in Coleman.
Coleman.
Smith Lake.
Smith Lake. Where do you go to school at, Megan?
She lives in Pinson.
You live in Pinson. You got any boyfriends in school? You got any boyfriends out of school? How about church? You got any boyfriends in church? All the girls got boyfriends in church. But that little smile, I know you got one somewhere. Is anybody going to say hey to a girlfriend? You got any little girlfriends? See, all you got to do when you go back and say, 2 weeks from Saturday, I'm going to be on Big Boyz Toys, and I mentioned your name, and see, they'll be watching it. So is anybody going to say hey to?
Say hey to Bailey and Brandy. Tell them.
Huh? I don't know that one. Who is that? What? Did y'all make out that name? What's the name?
Bailey and Brandy.
Bailey and Brandy.
Bailey and Brandy. They're kinfolk? They're kinfolk too?
Cousin.
Oh, how about the boyfriend? What's his name? Johnny or?
Bailey.
Bailey.
That's your